So, how do we get emotion out of certain imagery? And so I kind of want you to talk about that. Like, what is your way of getting emotion when you present an image and you say, hey, this is my image? How do you make sure you get certain emotions?
Gavin was like, yo, this nigga an artist. Nah, that's sick. I appreciate the compliment. But let's think. How do you get an emotion? I mean, it's really diving into color psychology,
Okay,
and framing, and I mean, every image that I seriously consider like a piece for me, like I've thought about and ruminated and sat with, like, before I even pick up the camera. Like, I know which camera I want to shoot, where, like, as soon as I see a location, I'm bookmarking that shit in my mind. I'm like, I know what time of day, which angle the sun gonna hit from. Like, these are all other things that I consider. So whenever I'm trying to evoke a certain emotion, it's like, what story obviously am I trying to tell? But so I really like I like listening and taking experiences from places, and like it's a collage, but it might just seem like, all right, this is a picture, but these are all of the things that I consider whenever piecing stuff together.
Cause that's amazing you say that, because I look at certain things when I go out and shoot. Not anymore. I'm trying to change this about myself.
Right.
So, but back in the day, I'd go out and shoot. And I'm like, okay, Gavin, I need these type of pictures for this. I'm like, all right, this is a cool location. This is a great time. Cool, bet, let's go there. And certain people you have to do that with. Not everybody, right?
Right.
Of course, not everybody, because some work that I do personally is just not there to tell the story.
Right.
Some people just want a headshot, and they just need a regular headshot for LinkedIn. Cool, right? So it might be somebody who's saying, hey, I have I have one lady who I'm shooting next week, and she has a business, and she does all different type of wellness. She has a wellness building. She's like, excuse me. And she's like, I need to tell a story, because each part of my business does something different, and it evokes different types of emotions. So, I've been looking at it recently. I'm like, all right, what do she want to tell? So, now I'm starting to have conversations. Do you have conversations with people before?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a grooming process for most of my clients, or like people that because like I said, I'm kind of at the point where I'm declining projects. Like, if it's not bringing me some kind of joy or creative expression, I really can't do it. Like, I'll sit at the computer and my arms will feel heavy.
Yeah.
Like, so I love you, but stop bringing bullshit projects to me, because I don't like and I'm not saying that to say that I'm not open to new ideas, but I'm saying, like, projects that you don't want to put time into, projects you're not willing to receive critique, or like having a conversation like about what this means to you. If it doesn't hold any weight, if this is something to just throw up on the internet, I'm probably not the photographer for you. You probably already had to wait through X amount of DM requests. I ain't got that many followers. I got like maybe a tenth of how many followers you got. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
But oh yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna say this before he continues. If all of my followers send me $1, I could do a lot this year. But that's all. I just need $1. $1. Imagine if you had a vision. Imagine for your next project, however many followers you had. Imagine if you say, hey, y'all, 6 months, this next 6 months, this is what I want to do. And if all your followers said, y'all, I'm going to give you $10. I'm going to give you $5. I'm going to give you $1 to go do that. You could do so much, but anyway,
right.
continue.
Nah, I think I have, well, the thing about my brand is really my face.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a part of how I guess I really navigate, because I have an intimate connection with most of the people that I'm working with.
Keep going.
Okay. But yeah, not you getting up to leave. Nah, I know you gotta stop and record again. But you getting up mid podcast and leaving. But no, I just genuinely have a connection with most of my followers / fan base. And I mean, everybody might not. I might have the same 150 people, but these are definitely my core fan base and people that I know genuinely rock with me.
Genuinely, I tell people all the time, nothing's worse when you talk to a client and, hey, what you want? And you talking to them and you could tell they put no effort and they relying on you.
Yep.
And I know this isn't a client podcast, but as photographers, I do want us all to understand, like, what you get out of that. Like, what do you get out of that as a photographer? And sometimes you're going to realize, like, I just got paid. And I pray that y'all not getting just exposure out of that. Out of somebody who's saying, yo, and that's why I preach and talk my shit about don't get paid in exposure, because a lot of y'all are doing exposure projects and not getting nothing out of it. You're not getting no money. You wasting your time and you don't get nothing fulfilling out of doing that. Because me and you talking about it.
Assume the position.
I get young ladies every day who, yo, I want you, nice pictures. Are you doing collabs? I want to work with you. And I'm like, what do you want? And then they send me this bullshit and I get it. And I'm like, I'm going to chop this up and I'm putting it on my page. If you contact me for a collab, please understand my wife is going to approve it or not before you send that shit to me. Why? Because you're taking time out of me spending time with her. You're taking money out of and food out of my kid's mouth. My kid, bro, me and my wife we was talking about it. We were making a joke. He gets formula. Formula, some of these tins of formula posts to last a month. Bruh just ran through that shit in 5 days. The month supply, he ran through it in 5 days, bro. That's how much this little boy eat. And so imagine that. You asking me to collab with you and you taking time where I could be making money to feed him. You just please understand from here on out, my wife and son got to approve your collab. And if you don't think they're going to approve it, don't even send me that shit. Send it to you. Lucky I was going to say bruh's name, but I don't know what a dump button is on this damn podcast because I was going to mute.
Try him out.
But that's the point that I'm trying to make there. All right. Anyway, back to our original scheduled program. Sometimes I go on rants, and you're going to notice that I do rants all the time.
Originally scheduled programming.
We still got music playing. We ain't even know it. Let me ask you this though. What do you focus on? You have this project that you're working on, right? And whatever that project may be, you can, you know what I'm saying? What is your focus when you get the client there, the subject there, whatever the case may be, and they're in front of your camera? What do you focus on? For me personally, I always focus on people's eyes. And the reason why I say that, well, one, because I do, but I started doing that because when I was really, really getting in photography, that's how I knew I could, kills people's my photos will always be sharp, and that was my biggest thing when I first got started. Like, please make my photos sharp. And I noticed if I focus on their eyes, as long as I got that, generally the rest of it would be in focus, whatever case may be. But for you, what do you focus on when it comes to like getting emotion out of people?
I mean, well, I think the biggest secrets to photography is you don't have to share half of them shits. You only really need one image, right? Like to tell a story. And people put on, it's like 3 faces. This is what I usually tell people. It's usually the face that you see, the face that they want you to see, and then like behind that is like their true self. Yeah. So it's like a battle, and like you kind of have to wear people out. You have to know how to read people. You have to know how to like reverse psychology people into letting down their guard for like a split second. And it's like all in anticipation and just knowing and cycles and timing. So that's really where it is. It's like, all right, how do I break past these barriers so I can show you that, so then I can like make you more willing to reveal that part of yourself. Yeah. Because it's comfortability, if anything.
Which is funny. So one of the questions I got for today, we'll get to the questions later, but like one of the questions was like, how do you make your clients feel comfortable? So it's funny that I was like, all right, I got all these questions, but I'm not even gonna go through them.
Right.
But that was one of the questions, like, how do you, and, you know, I've noticed personally, first of all, when people shoot with me, they pretty much know my personality before. I felt like I'm not gonna say I'm the best at this because I'm not gonna say I was the first at this because clearly I wasn't. But when I was especially growing my social media and I really got to a point where it's like I really want people to know who I am before they shoot with me. When you shoot me, you're gonna know that I'm a fun guy. I'm not stuck up. I'm not rude. I'm not whatever. And
I'm all of that.
Yeah, he's
all
not.
The shit you don't want.
He is not. But the reason why I was saying that because I felt like it made my clients comfortable. Because they was getting there and they was like, all right, I kind of feel like I know you. And now it kind of got a little weird, which I'm not mad at, but it kind of got a little weird because some of them new stuff, I'm like, damn, I never told you that. But I had to remember like, oh shit, I put that on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. And which taught me to only put it out there what you want people to know. You know what I'm saying? But being comfortable, you know, me having pre-conversations with them, like now I do consultations for every shoot. I had to stop with the bullshit of, yo, I'll talk to you when you get there and we talk for 5 minutes and we create whatever.
Not
you know,
fun.
Yeah,
not fun.
It's not fun. Do you do contracts?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It was a random question.
No.
I started doing that this year. Every shoot that I've had, that I am having, everybody signed a contract. Because last year, for those who know, the last couple of years, I just was not doing contracts. If it wasn't a wedding, you wasn't getting a contract. But now that all has changed.
Yeah, it'll save you a lot of heartache. But it's every person I've tried to look out for, send a discount, or those are the people that usually end up fucking you over.
Oh yeah,
like,
they have fun.
Yeah. It's
assume the
everybody
position.
you try to assume the position. Like it's just bad. But even my closest of friends, like they'll know, like I'm just gonna charge you the going rate. Like,
yeah,
you're supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah. I had my rules is this: only people that get a discount, it's parents, sister, mother-in-law, and wife. And then I got like my homeboy. I got two homeboys that is, it don't matter. Like y'all good. And mind you, I shoot with them. One homeboy, I've been knowing him since I started. He's only asked for one shoot. And my other homeboy, he asked for a shoot of his wife for his birthday. And then he was there. So and then he gonna change. His wife kept her outfit on. He went and changed outfits. I was like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. He's my barber. But me and him are best friends. And you know, he was just like, yeah. And then he gave me money for what the shoot would have cost him. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciated that because he's an entrepreneur as well though. So he's kind of like, I understand his goals. But I'm with you. Everybody, what I've come to learn was when you do look out and give people favors, they don't expect looking out work. They don't expect favor type edits. They expect
more most of the time.
What you mean you couldn't slim this?
Wait. I want that. Wait, you in the car and they asking you where the ass at? Like,
yeah,
I just left the shoot.
Nah,
why you on my ass?
So when can I expect this, Cordrell? When can I expect it? That'd be the funny part. All right, so we got an interesting part of the podcast. This is the part of the podcast where you ask the questions. I ask the questions to Cordrell. Excuse me.
Not a Q.
It's because of Loot and it's because of Quadro, which is a dope ass drug name.
No, Quattro. No.
So you asked